This is a regular cup of cappuccino that you normally get at a coffee shop. And this is also a cup of cappuccino. Not only it is drinkable, it is also edible. But to know what this is, we need to go back a little bit.
So right now I'm in front of a ramen shop, or should I say ramen? It is an interesting spelling because normally ramen is spelled with a dash, so you pronounce it ramen. But here they call it ramen. So at this ramen shop there's one menu that went viral, which is this cappuccino ramen. I know that this is a ramen, but I do not know whether it is just shaped like a cup of cappuccino or it has a cappuccino flavor. So we are going to find out together right now.
The store's vibe is quite unique, unlike most ramen shops. There are neon signs and murals. And from the counter seat we can see how the cappuccino ramen is made. Here is the infamous cappuccino ramen. Appearance-wise, it does look like a cup of cappuccino, albeit it is a gigantic cup of cappuccino. Ooh, this thing is quite heavy. Normally we will start with the soup, but in this case I'm not sure what to do because the soup is not visible. Maybe I can try to drink it. That's weird. So this foam is just egg whites. Yeah, that's weird. I guess you are not supposed to eat the foamy egg whites by itself. Now you might wonder where is the ramen part of this cappuccino ramen. Well, if you dig deeper, you will be able to find the ramen noodles. It's a bit hard to pull the noodles. Oh, there you go. Smells pretty good. That's good. Thankfully it is not a cappuccino flavor, but it is a creamy mushroom flavor. On the side they also provide truffle oil. Let's try a little bit of the oil first. Not that much different. Maybe I need to put all of it. Better not waste a single drop. And perhaps it is time to incorporate the egg whites as well. The soup is creamy. And now it does have the truffle aroma. Although I'm not sure if the egg white does anything. Maybe I need to try it again with the noodles. I would say that this is more of a pasta rather than a ramen. The noodle is al dente and it is creamy mushroom flavored. That sounds more like a pasta to me. It might be a bit boring at the end because there is nothing inside this ramen. Yeah, there's nothing. No toppings. It's just the noodles and the soup. At least after I eat the noodles, I can finally drink this cup of cappuccino. So this was delicious, but I think this is more of a gimmick rather than a proper ramen. And considering that this is a proper ramen shop, and not only they specializes in ramen, they also specializes in onigiri. So we have to try that as well. They have a separate section for ramen and a separate section for onigiri. But they also have a set of ramen and onigiri, which is what we are going to have. We got our ramen here. Smells good. Now we wait for the onigiri. Here we have the mini ramen and onigiri set. For the ramen, I got their specialty ramen, which is shio ramen. But the size is really mini, smaller than the palm of my hand. As for the onigiri, we got 3 of them. The first one is an egg onigiri. Next, we have a green onion and chashu onigiri. And lastly, a mentaiko onigiri with a spicy mayo dip. Finally, we can properly try the ramen. The flavor is a bit unique. Let me try again. It does have the shio flavor, but somehow it is slightly bitter. How about the noodles? The noodles is pretty much the same with the Cappuccino Ramen. It is chewy but firm. Let's try the chashu. The chashu is not the best but not bad. Then we have this. I'm not entirely sure what this thing is. It looks like a fried chashu. I was right. It is a fried chashu. While I was eating the ramen, there was a casualty. Luckily, I can still salvage it. It doesn't look too bad. Let's give it a try. My problem with onigiri is that the first bite is awesome, but the subsequent bites, not so. Because the remains are just rice and seaweed. That is pretty good. I like this better than the egg yolk. It has more flavor. And they also put some of the toppings inside the onigiri. The mentaiko is good. It is quite strong, salty and slightly spicy. I think this one is the best out of the 3. And there's also a spicy mayo to go with this. The mentaiko mayo is delicious. I'm glad they have this mayo on the side, so I can finish the remaining toppingless onigiri. It was quite hard to finish a small bowl of ramen and 3 giant pieces of onigiri. Now that I've tried most of their menu, I would say the Cappuccino Ramen was pretty good. Definitely better than I expected. Anyway, that's gonna do it for now. As always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.